Today, we mark 19 years since the September 11th, 2001 terrorist attacks on the Twin Towers, the Pentagon, and United Airlines Flight 93. While many young people have grown into adulthood in a world in which these monstrous events are something they learned about rather than experienced, many of us remember that day very clearly. Where we were when we first heard something had happened, how we felt glued to our TV sets as we watched the towers fall, and we recall our initial fears that other attacks might be imminent. Of course, U.S. citizens were not the only ones who fell victim to the terrorist attacks that day. A proud Belizean named Alva Jeffrey Sanchez, working on the 96th floor of Tower 1 when the plane struck, also perished in the attack. In the end, citizens from more than 60 countries lost their lives in the attacks on the World Trade Center. But there are also stories of hope. Within days of the attack, the New York police called the Belize mission in New York City to report that a tattered and torn Belizean flag had been found in the rubble of the World Trade Center. The flag was brought home to Belize at the request of the Prime Minister as a reminder of the enduring spirit of our two nations in the face of reckless cruelty. We also remember the global outpouring of goodwill, of countries that stood in solidarity with the United States, and the local communities that came together in support of each other. We remember how our fears soon transformed into a steely resolve to confront our attackers and defend our homeland. Over the past 19 years, the global community of responsible nations has continued the work of disrupting, dismantling, and defeating terrorist threats. But in doing so, we never retreated from our core democratic values. Instead, we have grown even more resolved to defend our open and transparent system from violent non-state actors and authoritarian regimes that challenge our notions of individual liberty. We rededicated ourselves to building a world where fairness prevails over intolerance, and where a respect for the common humanity that binds us together wins out over the hate that tries to divide us.